All right, everybody, we're going to start off with University of Georgia 11th seed press conference following game one of the SEC baseball tournament. We're joined today by Georgia head coach Scott Stricklin, senior right-hand pitcher Nolan Crisp. We're going to go straight into questions. There are two microphones from Mo and Ben on the side of the room, so please raise your hand, ask questions. Right in the front left.
Joe Healy, D1 Baseball. Nolan, in the spot you come in there after game, what do you kind of, or relatively early on in the game, what is kind of your mindset? Where were you at coming into that spot and looking to accomplish there?
I mean, obviously this game for us is an elimination game. Just trying to give our team a chance to win no matter what, and just compete and throw strikes, give our team a chance to win.
You guys, tell me just a little, Nolan, about your just general experience this season with this team, kind of riding the ups and downs you guys did. You had some high highs and some times. Kind of, if you don't mind, give a little reflection on this season with this club.
Yeah, no doubt. We had a good non-conference. Had some good series there. Started off really slow in non-conference, but as a team, we never looked down. We just kept fighting throughout the entire season. Everybody top to bottom. We had guys step up on the pitching staff. Guys were struggling. Lineup, you name it, you guys stepped up, and nobody ever put their head down. And we just kept fighting to the end, and made it to here to Hoover today, and give ourselves a chance to keep playing.
Right here in the middle.
So, Scott Market of D1 Baseball. So, reflecting on this season, could you kind of go into the highs and the lows, where you guys are, and where you see the program moving forward?
Yeah, I mean, certainly, a disappointing year. We just didn't finish games. When you look at our body of work, we had a lot of opportunities to finish off some games. And in this conference, you have to slam the door and get those last three outs in the 9th inning, or the 10th inning, the 11th inning, whatever inning we were in. And that was where we struggled. We struggled late. But like Nolan said, I thought our kids fought really hard. They never quit. They competed every single day. They did everything we asked them to do. And you know what? It's when you look at it on paper, we had a bad year. I mean, that's the way I look at it. This program has a lot of expectations and has a lot of pride. And I didn't feel like that we performed up to our expectations. And that's on me as the head coach. That's my responsibility. And I take a lot of pride in trying to uphold that expectation here at Georgia, and this year we came up short.
So, just the league in general, a lot of people are saying that this is as good as it's ever been. How would you assess your evaluation of the 2023 SEC baseball?
Yeah, absolutely. There's no question, and I said it last year. I think I said it the year before. That it just keeps getting better. This league, this is where the best players come to play. Certainly the transfer portal has made it even better, and teams have been able to stock up, and it's just the talent level from top to bottom in this league. It is amazing how many great players and great teams there are, and I would agree that yes, this is the best the league has ever been.
And looking forward on that, how do you get to where you want to be? How do you compete in this changing landscape of transfer portal, NIL, all the other things that we have that are different than they were, say, 10 years ago?
Yeah, no, it's a new world for sure, and you've got to be able to compete on those fronts, and it's really difficult. There's some players, certainly in NIL. I mean, that's a real thing. You hear about it in football all the time, and you hear about it in basketball, but it's a real thing in baseball as well. And you got to be able to compete. In the off season when that transfer portal opens here in a couple of days, there's competition, and transfer portal and NIL, I don't think that those two things should go together, but I think we all know that they do. And that's unfortunate, but that's where we are. And in order to compete at the highest level, that NIL, it's extremely important.
As you get to the end of the season here, I mean, you guys battled so many injuries throughout the year, but had some resiliency. The Tennessee series, right, where Charlie goes down, Jarvis comes in, so on and so forth. When you got to this point, you think there was a level of not just even physical drain, but kind of the mental and emotional drain with this team? Do you think that played any sort of role in just kind of getting here, maybe being a little more drained than you otherwise would be?
Well, I think the biggest thing that got us today was James Hicks. James was really good. And, when that starting pitcher is locked in and throwing strikes like he did to our right-handers, standing on top of their hands all day long. And it was a great day to pitch. Wind's blowing in, the park's playing big. So he was challenging guys with that fastball, and he's getting in there. He did a really good job with that. So, I think that was the biggest issue today was James Hicks. And we just couldn't get the hit with runners in scoring position. We had a few opportunities to bring it a little bit closer, to get some momentum, and we just couldn't get that done. And they were able to put some balls in play, and some of those balls that dropped in, but you got to put it in play in order to get those hits. And I thought they did a good job of that. They played a really clean game. They played great defensively. And like I said, I thought James Hicks was the story.
Go over here to the right.
Scott, you know, seen South Carolina 4 times this year, and a lot's been made about if they're going to be a top 16, if they have the resume to do it. Just what are your impressions of this baseball team, and if they're good enough to be one of those top 16?
Well, I certainly think that they are. And the numbers and the logistics, kind of add up to that. What the committee ends up doing, I don't know. Certainly with Noah Hall and Will Sanders. I mean, when those three guys are going, we saw them in week 1. That was as good a rotation as we'd seen all year. And that goes, Tennessee has a great rotation, and Florida has a great rotation, Vanderbilt has a great rotation, and I thought South Carolina was every bit as good. And certainly those injuries have been an issue. Hopefully Will Sanders can come back for them. Not sure where Noah is, but it's a good club. They play with a lot of energy, and they're well coached. And I think they got a chance to go a long way. And yes, I think they deserve to host.
Are there any other questions for Nolan or Coach Stricklin? Gentlemen, thank you very much.